The global trading environment has been challenged for the better part of a decade as we've seen trade flows diminish and rising frictions emerge between countries. And of course, the US and China are the most obvious major superpowers at odds with one another. And one way of thinking about this is really just to recognize that we've been operating in a hegemonic world for a very long time. The US has been the undisputed sheriff in town, and now there are two sheriffs. China is also a big global power and is trying to claim some share of influence. And so this is creating frictions galore, and these frictions probably don't go away anytime soon. And in fact, they're not even specific to any particular administration. That said, the last 4 years and the current White House have, of course, escalated tensions with China. We've seen several rounds of tariffs come on. We've now seen sanctions applied to prominent politicians extending in both directions. A number of tech companies have been limited in their operations in one country or the other, and there have been also concerns expressed about changing Hong Kong laws. And so for all of those reasons, tensions are even higher over the last little while than before. And furthermore, COVID-19 has not been a helpful development, not just in the sense that this is China is where the virus perhaps originated, but equally in the sense that global immigration, global flow of people has been practically halted altogether, and there's an even greater desire now to onshore supply chains and reduce reliance on other countries, regardless of who those other countries are. And so on a number of fronts, this trading environment is now quite a challenged one. When we look forward, some of the outcome will depend on the US election that is approaching, and one might imagine a slightly less contentious relationship were there to be a changed administration, though I would push back against the idea that the world would return to normal much as it was 4 years ago. This is an altered world, and these frictions, to our eye, likely remain on several fronts. But of course, it does again depend in part on the election. In the end, though, as we operate in this world of higher tariffs and more limited flow of people and so on, it does generally hurt economic growth a little bit. It also tends to increase inflation a little bit, not to the extent that we're seeing from COVID-19. That's still very much the dominant economic force at work right now. But I would say some of these protectionist inclinations are a secondary consideration and at the margin exerting a drag as opposed to providing support.